Oh, no way. Oh, that is a disgusting superpower.
This is Sebastian. Say hello, Sebastian.
I'm not shaking the rat's hand.
Poor little tiny Sebastian. So Bloodsport, just like many people are afraid of rats, it's a really common phobia. And these phobias happen within childhood or having a traumatic experience or a loss of control. And we can kind of get stuck on many things. And he just happens to be stuck on this. The cute part is that he's big and tough and carries a gun and no one's gonna mess with him, yet he's scared of a little tiny creature. And Sebastian is adorably cute at that.
All right, calm down with the rats.
What?
I have a thing with rats. You're laughing at me for, man?
Fears and phobias are really common. They affect our limbic part of our brain, and so that's the part that's for our protection mechanism, but it also overwrites the part of our brain that thinks. And so if you're scared of spiders or rats or the dark, these were things that at one point in our species' existence was really beneficial for us and exceptionally common. If someone that you know is scared of them, please don't make fun. As you can see, Peacemaker does. It's not funny. It's really scary for someone, and in lots of cases, it can be completely incapacitating. The nice part is that exposure therapy really does work and can help him out, but has to be handled in a specific set of ways.
Oh, he always wants to be near you. I think he senses good in you.
There's no good in me.
So because he's been with Sebastian and nothing bad has happened and every encounter so far has been cute with him and Sebastian keeps on offering something sweet to him, you can tell that his anxiety response is lower. So though this does not fit with the proper in vivo exposure steps, which would be he's in control, you have pre-planned this, you've already formed a hierarchy, just by being in a positive environment with the thing that you might have had a phobia with can actually lower your anxiety response.
Why are you so afraid of rats?
My old man, I didn't finish a task right. Locked me in a crate for 24 hours, and it was full of starving rats.
Could that create a rat phobia? 100% yes. But it doesn't actually have to be that extreme. I have a lot of people that are afraid of rats or spiders, and they haven't actually had a negative experience that was that specific to actually encountering that creature. One is, some of them are already pre-born into us. The dark, things that move in a different way, spiders, snakes, things that used to a long time ago actually kill us or be dangerous to us. But yes, a lot of times this occurs during young childhood or young adulthood, and when you have a lack of control in a situation and something bad happens. Now, Freud has even created a phobia in someone by just having them hold a fluffy white bunny that they loved and then having a loud noise hit off at the same time, which startled the child, and they actually created a phobia where they didn't have one before. Nicely, we can also unravel those steps as well. In the end, though, it's not just about talking. You have to prove to that part of the brain that this is safe, and it has to be under your control, and you have to be positive about it. So forcing someone to interact with something is actually the wrong thing to do, and really, you should do this with a therapist. So that would be considered massive broncho-busting exposure, millions of rats crawling over you. But he was very scared, which I think is a common response to having that many rats crawl over you. He was able to handle it, and he knew that these rats were protecting him. And I think that that goes a long way to be able to rewire your limbic system, your protection system, to say that this is protective to me, not dangerous for me. And Sebastian went a long way to be able to prove that no, rats are not gross little creatures. They are helpful and sweet and kind. And for Sebastian, really smart. I don't wanna miss another birthday Not only at the end was he not scared of rats, but he was able to show genuine affection to Sebastian. Sebastian showed genuine affection back, and you can see that anxiety relief after he was petting Sebastian, that at first he wasn't so sure. His anxiety level was like, maybe a 5 at this point, so he could physically feel it. But then as he touched Sebastian, and Sebastian didn't bite him or scare him or make a loud noise, and he was able to pet him a little bit more, and Sebastian loved it, gave him the perfect feedback, and that feedback loop had him feel good, get a little bit of dopamine, and enjoy being able to pet Sebastian also. Let me know your thoughts. I hope that you enjoyed the movie and you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit subscribe.